What is up, guys, and welcome back to my FIFA 18 career mode. Now, in the last episode, we started off with a 3-2 loss against Stoke, but we came back at the end of the episode and we won the previous two games against Newcastle and West Bromwich. 2-0 victory and a 1-0 victory, so it wasn't all bad. And in this episode, I'm hoping to just progress our career further. Now, the next match we have is against West Ham United in the English League Cup, and I'm hoping to get a win there, but I might play a couple of youth players just to get them into the squad a little bit more, and it gives them a chance to prove themselves. So I'm going to select the second squad. What I'm going to do is I may put Lamina in there. He's doing very well, but I might play him a bit more. I might put Valerie in for Payed as well. Gardos, Bednarek, I'm going to put them on. Put Jones, I'll have in as a swap-in player. Jordi Classic can start, and we'll bring on Flanagan. Keep Gabbiadini off the bench for now. We haven't got any young strikers, some really young strikers. What I might do is put Ings in there. In fact, keep Long in and keep Ings in for Gabbiadini instead. Gabbiadini has been on form in the Premier League, but not really that fussed about him playing the English League Cup, if I'm totally honest. And we've just had confirmation that Alfie Jones has been loaned out to Port Vale for a year, so that's okie dokie. So here it is, guys. This is the squad we are putting up against West Ham. We've got Long in strike. Sat behind him in that centre attacking midfield role is Lamina. On the right mid we've got Campbell. On the left we've got Redmond. In the two centre defensive midfield positions we've got Højbjerg and Classy. On the left back we've got Target, followed by Bednarek and Gardos in the centre back positions, and right back is Valerie and Gazzaniga in the goal. So here we are for the start of the EFL Cup, Southampton vs West Ham, and West Ham start the kick-off. So we just pass it on to Classy, trying to draw defenders on, create a bit of space, but they're not coming in, they're not falling for it. Pass it into the middle to Classy again, up to Campbell, Campbell to Long, Long passes it back through, but it's blocked out and it's away for West Ham. Attack over, it's a shame as we try and clear that, but they've put a long ball in and that's fallen away from us, and that goes into Gazzaniga and he clears that out with a throw, and it's to Højbjerg now in the centre defensive midfield. Plays that very well actually. Redmond up to Long, Long trying to filter through, a long pass to Campbell. Campbell cuts inside his man, but he's muscled out in the defensive area and he can't quite pull off an attack, and we just need to slow the build-up play a bit, draw in some defenders. Nice screening of the ball there, push it up, and we've just, again in that final third, our passing to an attacker is really what we're struggling with. We need someone like Juan Mata or someone like that in that attacking role, but as we just hold them out for now. Keep ahead of the defender. Waiting for the run from Valerie again. Valerie makes another run. He overlaps really nicely. Passes it back to Campbell. Campbell back to Lamina in that centre midfield role. Pass it up. And Lamina's on the ball, but he's just tried to cut in that back and he's tackled in the defensive area. As we draw in a defender there, but again, we couldn't really get away with the ball. There was no one in space to pass to. And nice cut out there. As it's gone to Lamina. And Lamina's shot was defended very well. And it was a nice block. And I think with only 2 minutes of added time, we're going to go in to half-time at 0-0. Are we? Yeah, because that pass from Lamina was poor. And it went to the defence. And there it is, 0-0 at half-time in the English League Cup. That is somewhat disappointing, to be honest. So here are the match facts. We've had one shot on target, 51% possession. But if you have a look at everything else, it's been very poor. It's been very even. to be honest. We've had 100% shot accuracy and 93% pass accuracy, so we've not been doing too bad. But we just haven't put enough shots forward. What I might do... might bring Ings on, and I may put Ward-Prowse in at half time. So starting the second half then, we've just made a substitution, Ward-Prowse and Ings, maybe a little bit more of an attacking role. We've only got one up front, normally we play with two up front. They can play off each other very well, but if you can have one further up than the other, as we get Valerie running up the field, yet again, nice pass through from Valerie. But that's a poor pass away from Ings. Nice flick forward to Ward-Prowse. Cuts back, filters through to Ings. Ings puts it away, 1-0 up. That was just a nice little play from Ward-Prowse through to Ings, and Ings pretty much had a sitter, and Joe Hart could not do anything for his West Ham club in saving that one. That was a great effort. Very happy with that one, and it means quite a lot to Danny Ings to score a couple of goals. It's cutting back, nice pass through, and a sitter. In fact, it bounced off of the chest of the defender. I didn't really realise that, but that was pretty much in off the defender, but it was going to go in anyway. Unfortunate really, because that could have been cleared from the line, but we're quite fortunate to get away with that one and be a goal up. That means it changes the game and how they come at us. Nice tackle from Valerie. Having a good showing actually. Making plenty of runs on the overlap, and that's poor from Prowse, to be fair. And oh my god, I thought they were in again. That was sloppy defending. Just passing it around us like we're stood still, and to be fair, we were. But we come away with the ball, and look at this. Nice up from Ward-Prowse, up to Ings. Ings on the burst. Ings on the burst. He's fresh-legged. He's got a bit of pace. Cuts it inside, but... Ings, and he slots it away. That's 2-0. They didn't come in on him, and he took advantage of that. We broke on the counter, fresh legs, bit of pace from Ings, to be fair. And do you know what? He's starting to come back around. He's not been on form since we bought him, to be honest, and this may be the chance for him to prove himself. He just runs away from the defender. The defender doesn't come in for a strong enough challenge, and that's it. Slotted away past Joe Hart. Joe Hart almost got to the ball there, but couldn't quite palm it away from goal, and there it is, 2-0. Could we have another one as he filters it through? Oh my gosh, we're onside again. I think Ings is onside. Hat-trick hero, and he is. Hat-trick hero. What a break from Ings. There it is, 3-0. That's his first hat-trick for Southampton, and he may be coming of age. I'm so happy, but that's all broken on the count of the throwing bodies forward. And in the 82nd minute, with 3-0 up, there's not much you can really say. They've been poor in the second half of West Ham. We got that goal, and then we just sat back a little bit defensively, and there it is, just slots it away. In fact, that's inexcusable from Hart. He didn't react quick enough. He just lets that past him. Look, he could have stretched his arm out, got a touch to the ball, and maybe tried a bit more to get that out. But that's 3-0 for Danny Ings, 3-0 for Southampton, and we lead at the end of the second half, to be honest. Damage limitation time. Can they get a consolation goal? The way they're passing it about now, I would say yes, because they've got a bit of pace here, and this is what I was saying. They're going to get a consolation goal. And there it is, a 3-1 victory against West Ham in the English League Cup. There it is, Danny Ings gets man of the match. 3 shots, 3 goals. I came on at the start of the second half, and I'm happy for him. It's the first game he's properly had where he's actually shown up and shown what a talent he can be. So there is the actual match facts. We've only had 4 shots, but all 4 shots were on target, whereas West Ham had 10 shots and only 2 on target. We had less possession, only just though, and we had 100% shot accuracy and 90% pass accuracy. Their shot accuracy was 20% and 88% pass accuracy. So the passing was very good. The shots at the end of those passes were very poor. That's what won us the game. We're still sat in 4th place in the table. Manchester United completely dominating at the moment, 23 points. The closest to them is Tottenham Hotspurs with 19 points, and we're just sat a point behind them with 18 points, joint third with Arsenal pretty much. So here is the team for the Brighton-Southampton match. We've got Musa and Gabbiadini partnering each other up at the top. Two men absolutely in form this year, and Ward-Prowse sat behind them in the centre attacking mid-roll, and we've got Lingard on the right, Buffon on the left. At left back we've got Gaye, at right back we've got Rafinha. Our two main centre backs, Yoshida and Van Dijk, in centre back positions. Our goalkeeper Fraser Foster and Lamina in centre defensive mid. So here we have it, the Brighton-Southampton match. This is going to be one heck of a battle, and I'm hoping we can come away with this with a little bit of adversity. But Brighton are a tough team. They're a tough physical Championship side. So, well, they're in the Premier League now, but they are promoted from the Championship, and they are a tough Championship side to face. But a nice tackle early on, but we get blocked through. And we cut their long pass out early on. Passing it up to Musa. Musa flicks it up to Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini down to Buffon. Trying to cross it into Musa, but there's no one in the really in the middle on an attacking run. But look at this, a burst of pace, beating Van Dijk, but look at Rafinha. I think that was Rafinha, wasn't it? Getting back there for that defensive effort. It was indeed. What a fantastic player he has turned out to be. He's been very quiet, but he's done what he needed to do. As we pass it up to Buffon. Buffon tries filtering it through to Gabbiadini, but it's cut out and it's cleared from the defensive half of Brighton. As it comes down to Lamina. Lamina flicks it up to Lingard. Lingard passes it into Ward-Prowse, who has a deke, but it just goes wide. And it still remains 0-0. Good strike from Ward-Prowse. Almost goes into the corner, but just wide. Just pips wide of the far post, and it's still 0-0. This is the thing. Set pieces are where pretty much Championship teams, or Championship style teams, get their goals from. As we flick it through to Musa, who's bursting with a bit of pace. Break from Musa. What a dribble from Musa. Musa, and he's put it into the back of the net. That was a sitter. Just slowed the play down at the end of it and slotted it into the back of the net. Fantastic. That was a nice pass from Gabbiadini, and them two partnering each other amazingly. Nice break from Musa, and he just puts it into the corner. There's no way that the keeper's going to reach that. That's 9 goals in the league from Ahmed Musa. What a fantastic strike that was. What a break. What a dribble around the defender. Them quick fancy feet. Gabbiadini and Musa celebrating as they should. 9 Premier League goals from Ahmed Musa. And there's the whistle for the first half over. Great break from Musa to get us ahead. 1-0 ahead. Here are the match facts at halftime. We've had 4 shots, 3 on target. They've had 5 shots, 3 on target. They've had 10% more possession. They've got 55% to our 45%. Our shot accuracy is slightly less as well. Is slightly more, but our pass accuracy is less, sorry. And yeah, we should be trailing, to be honest. Our possession's been poor. But that one chance was put away, and it's not how many shots you get, it's how many shots you put in the back of the net. Lamina playing well, and Musa is through into space yet again as he slots it away. 2-0. That was too easy from Musa. Absolutely fantastic. He found a little bit of space. I slotted it through to him. It came out of it, and look at this. He ran into that gap there. There's not much. I cut back, filtered it through with a nice finesse shot into that bottom right hand corner. 2-0 and 10 goals for Musa. He's in the double figures already in the Premier League. That is fantastic from our new signing. Musa, not again, not a hat-trick. Oh my gosh, I don't know where that was going, but 64th minute, I'm going to make a change as we pass it up to Buffon. Put it. Tadic on the ball, pass it up to Buffon. Pass it into Ings. Oh my gosh, don't tell me Musa's got a hat-trick. Musa has a hat-trick. I've got a trophy for go low apparently. I don't know what that is. But Ahmed Musa has scored a hat-trick. And that came really from nothing. It was a complete fumble. And slotted away for a hat-trick. It's a bit of a lucky hat-trick, is that one. Well, he scored 2 amazing goals, and then that was just a sitter that came to him, but he had to be in position. He beat the defenders there. A goal is a goal, and another 3-0 lead towards the end of the second half. Pretty much got us into this position. And look at that, they've slotted it underneath us. That is a poor defensive effort. And look at Fraser Foster, he's angry, shouting at his defenders in the middle. Romeo in the middle, making good space for Buffon, who tries to attack that into the corner, but it's saved by the keeper. And is that out for a throw-in? What a save. And what clearance that was to save them from a corner. More pressure on them, but it's a header. Oh my goodness. Musa is an absolute legend. How did he fly that header in there? Wow. That's come off the face of the defender. I don't think Musa's even got to that. I think that may be classed as an own goal. It is an own goal. I thought Musa had got there, but it isn't. It's an own goal. It's bounced off his noggin, and he flicked it over. And the back in for 4-2 was... do you know what? I'm really disappointed with this second half, to be honest, because we're giving him so much space and they're attacking bodies forward. They need to do that, which is in their nature when they're trailing. There's the whistle. 4-2 victory. And I wonder where that puts us. Musa, man of the match, obviously. He got a hat-trick as well. So there it is then, confirmation of how we won that game. We had 10 shots, 7 on target and 4 goals. They had 9 shots, 7 on target and 2 goals. They were still ahead of us on possession. We couldn't beat them on that one. Our shot accuracy was slightly less than theirs, as was our pass accuracy, but we finished more chances, and that is what counts. That is what counts. A bit unlucky for them to come away with an own goal, but that is what happens in football, I'm afraid. With that victory then, let's have a look at the table. So we are in third, 21 points, equal with Arsenal on points still. But again, we've had 14 goals against us, so defensively we are very poor. We have put 21 goals forward though, so we have scored the most goals. We are the most attacking side, but we are the least defensive side in that top 4. Training injury. Jesse Lingard suffered broken metatarsal and will be out for 5 weeks. That is a huge blow to our main team. Just to stop there and just to have a look at this, the player of the month was announced, and it is our very own Ahmed Musa. He has been absolutely special in form. Best 11 of the week. Gabbiadini for Southampton is in there. Marcos Alonso, Chelsea. Yoshida for Southampton, Rafinha for Southampton, Lingard for Southampton, Musa for Southampton. A lot of our squad are in there. In fact, a lot of West Ham players, Brighton players. You know, you'd expect to see a lot more Manchester United players and things like that, especially when they're on top. Just as a natural Leeds United fan, I'm going to say this. This is Wood's first debut, apparently, and it's against Southampton. This is going to be one hell of a battle, because I'm a big fan of Leeds United. Well, not a big fan, but I'm a fan of Leeds United. I'm from Leeds, so that's where I'm really lay my heart, to be honest, if I'm going to pick a team. And the fact that Wood came from Leeds United to Burnley and we're playing him now, I've got a bit of, even if it's FIFA, I've got a bit of personal grievance against him. So I want this win. I want to shut him out. He's an aerial threat, he's an attacking threat, and he's a physical threat. So I'm hoping we can snub him out of the game completely. So the team we are going to put forward against Burnley then is Musa and Gabbiadini. Musa very good on form. Ward-Prowse in behind them with Redmond on the right. Buffon on the left, Lamina in behind them. He is another man who has gone on inspired form. Gaia at the back, at left back, Rafinha at right back. The two amazing centre backs yet again, Van Dijk and Yoshida, and Fraser Foster, our regular goalkeeper. So here we have it, and the kick-off for the Burnley-Southampton match. And if I'm honest, I don't really want to jinx it, but if we can have 3 games in a row, yes, they're not really in the Premier League, and we've had 1 win in the English League Cup, but if we can have 3 wins in a row in an episode, I would be so happy. And oh my gosh, Musa was almost in straight away there. And look at that, just that defender just got in the way, just blinded his side, but it was only missed very lightly. So if we can shut Burnley out, I want to definitely shut Chris Wood out. If he scores against us, then fair play. But and again, they've got a body into space, and I think, oh, I thought that could have been a goal, but that is a corner and another chance. We're under all sorts of pressure in this first half. We haven't really made a break without probably 1 shot from Musa, who is on the ball now. Musa breaking with a burst of pace. But look at that, he's snubbed out. No, he isn't. Oh, what a turn from Musa. Puts it through to Gabbiadini, who is completely read by the defender, and again snubbed out in their defensive half. There, the whistle for half time. So these are the half time stats. Burnley have had 8 shots and 6 on target. We've had 6 shots and 3 on target. Possession is fairly equal around the park, to be honest. And they've had more tackles than we have. That's where we're struggling in this one. We've 50% shot accuracy. They've had 75%. We've had more pass accuracy though, 90% to their 84%. Here we are starting the second half. What I'm going to do is put a bit of pressure, team pressing on, and see if we can push up in the midfield and try and win the ball back more in the midfield than we have been doing. We've got players in form like Lamina and Ward-Prowse on there, and we really need to utilise them, to be honest. I'm really struggling with this game. They seem physically better than us in that defensive area. Look at that, having to clear the ball from our area once again. But Gabbiadini is on a run. Gabbiadini can't quite break the defender. And they're once again on the attack. And I can just feel the frustration building up inside. Creates a bit of space for Musa. Musa on the break. Musa, can he be the hero once again? Musa, oh my gosh. Ahmed Musa. What an amazing goal. Nice break, built up, and look at the pace he shows. Musa is the man on form. Absolutely fantastic from Musa. Look at that burst of pace, found a gap, and he just slots it past Heaton for 1-0. Can we win this game? You know what? I'm going to go a bit defensive, ultra defensive, and sort of plant it down, because they're going to have to push forward now. But look at that, they're in space. If that's onside, that is fantastic in space, but it's crossed into the hands of Foster, and we pull it out from our own hand. Who's just scored one heck of a fantastic goal, and oh my gosh, Romeo makes the foul in the middle of the park. Doesn't matter, we've taken the 1-0 victory, and we have finally broken our duck, and we've made a 3-game run of wins, and all in one episode, so it's been very exciting for me. Here are the match facts then. They had 8 shots, 6 on target. We had 7, 4 on target, but we did put that 1 goal away on that break, and that is what matters. Our shot accuracy was terrible, to be honest, 57%. Our pass accuracy was very equal to them, 86%, and overall not too bad, to be fair. We came away with another victory. And that is how it shapes up. We are now close to Manchester United, who haven't yet played. 24 points, and we've overtaken Arsenal, who also haven't played. So, really, we could go equal with Arsenal again. But that's how the table shapes up at the end of this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please like it and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Yeah. Cheers.
In a house, on the shore or on the coast of an island, and every month I'd hop on a plane to fly, yeah, and take a shopping, whatever she wants to buy, yeah, she made me who I am, I got the